Hi beauties, welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. Very happy to have you, always happy to have you. I want to update my stash today. It's been 2 weeks. I don't really want to go any longer than that. I can feel myself like already kind of starting to get bored with some things. So let's do a rundown of everything I have in my handy dandy caboodle here. As usual, I have things that are gonna stay with every rotation. My mascaras, my concealers, my eyelid primers, all that stuff stays. My eyebrow things stay. What can we talk about? My setting spray, the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Dew Mist. I'm almost done with this. The only other setting spray that I even own right now is that Fenty one that I hauled. I don't know if I'm ready to open that one yet. I think I'm just gonna keep this in and try to use this up, and then I'll break into my Fenty one. So, but I like this. It's a beautiful, just run-of-the-mill dewy setting spray. Okay, primers. The CoverGirl Illuminating Skin Primer. I love this stuff. This has been in my stash before. I'll kind of try to show you the consistency of it here. Also, side note, if this video is a little bit noisier, if you hear some background noise, I do have a window open in my bedroom. It's beautiful here today. It's gonna be like 80 and sunny. And I don't want to turn the air on, so I have windows open, I have the fan on. Sorry. So I don't know how well you can see that. I just kind of sheared it out right there. It's a beautiful, just illuminating base. Like they say, it's lightweight. I don't feel like it makes me look too greasy or oily throughout the day. But I also don't have overly oily skin, so that's not generally an issue for me. Foundations, my Clinique Super Balanced, the sample I got from Ulta. I love this. I love this. I'm so glad I got a sample of this. I'm wearing this today, worn it several times. I just think it's beautiful. The color match is perfect. It blends so easily. I think it just looks, I mean, you can obviously tell I have makeup on, but it never looks cakey. It doesn't wear off weird on my face. You know, doesn't get patchy like around my chin, my nose, which sometimes can happen with some foundations, but I just think it has a beautiful, almost skin-like finish to it. I love the coverage. It's definitely medium. I bet you could build this up. I've never tried it just because I don't typically like a full coverage, but I really, really have liked that foundation. I also got the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. Again, I have only used this once or twice. I don't know that the shade match is perfect. It's fine, but I feel like I could probably serve to be a little bit more tan to wear this shade, but I mean, it works. You know, I just have to blend it down into your neck, which I do anyway, but this is definitely more full coverage. This is like a full glam, full coverage foundation. It's beautiful. I mean, I did feel like my skin looked flawless when I wore this, but yeah, don't really have much more to say about it than that, if that's what you're into foundation wise. And again, I didn't find that it was, I don't know, I sometimes feel like full coverage foundations can be a little bit drier. Again, wear off kind of funny. That didn't at all. Sat beautifully. The only thing I threw in here, other foundation wise, is the new Fenty Ease Drop. I have only used this twice. I'm probably gonna keep it in rotation. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's lightweight, but it provides awesome coverage. It looks natural. It's blurring. I mean, fantastic. Another thing that I kind of threw in here last minute, I bought this, I want to say last week, the new Maybelline Sky High, what is it? Sky High Lash Sensational. I have been loving this. I've been using this almost every time I do my makeup since I bought it. The wand is, I'll try to show you. The wand is flexible, if you can see that, like rubbery. There's the shape of it. I love this shape in a wand. I feel like it really lets you get into these little inner corner lashes, just really opens the eye up. This layers wonderfully. I always put 2 or 3 layers of mascara on. I've really been enjoying this. I also don't find, and I typically have this problem with every single mascara, this mascara does not transfer like onto my under eyes. Typically a few hours into the day, I can always see like some black down there from my mascara. Not a huge deal. I just usually have to take my sponge or a brush and just, you know, buff it away. But I have not had that issue with this mascara, so that's a huge plus for me. Huge. My e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, I absolutely love this. This is such a fantastic, affordable, beautiful under eye setting powder. I really do feel like it does. I'm wearing it today. I feel like it does just give you a beautiful glow on your under eyes. And yeah, couldn't be happier with it. I threw this in there as well when I got this in the mail. The what is this? I wanted to say Tarte. I don't know. It's Too Faced. The Sweetheart bronzer. It's their like baked luminous bronzer. It's sort of, I don't know how well you can see there. 2 different sides. This is the shade Sweet Tea. I think it's the only one they have in this formula, but this is gorgeous. It is absolutely illuminating. It's beautiful layered. I wore it layered over the Milk bronzer. I wore it on its own. It's lovely. I guess let's just continue with bronzers. The Milk bronzer stick in Baked. I am really liking this. I mean, it's so easy to use. I love the tone of it. Again, it looks wonderful on its own. I like to layer bronzers a lot of the time. I layered that bronzer with my Milani Silky Matte bronzer today. I have the shade 2, which is Sun-Kissed. I love the tone of this bronzer as well. It's not too pigmented, so if you sometimes, I know one day I wore this just like, I think me and my husband were headed somewhere, like probably Costco, and I just kind of wanted a little color. I just threw this bronzer on with just SPF on my face just for a little color. It looks good like that too. It's not too much. It just livens you up a little bit. Now blush, I did have this blush palette in there, the Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne. You know how I feel about this. It's gorgeous. I'm wearing it today. I decided to just use this shade today. It's a little bit darker than what I typically go for in a tone of blush, but I love it. All these blushes are so pretty. They blend out. They have a really nice like luminosity to them. They give you a nice glow. I'm really happy about that. Now this guy here, I don't know how I feel about this. This is kind of disappointing for me, I'm not gonna lie. Let me know if you have used these Milk blushes before. I only used this, so if you look at this just in the packaging, it's a little bit intimidating. You're like, ooh, that is pink. But then when it's swatched out, it's not quite so bad. And then when you go to blend it out, you know, like if you were gonna blend it out on your cheeks, it blends out to almost nothing. And I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. Every time I use it, I tried to apply it right with the stick itself. Obviously that did not end well. I had I had totally lifted up my bronzer, my foundation. It was a mess. Yeah, I don't know. And this wasn't necessarily like cheap either. It wasn't a cheap product. It's not like a luxury product by any means, but it was expensive. It was like $30. So I don't know. I think that's how much it was. I don't remember, but it wasn't like, it's not like drugstore price is what I'm getting at. It was more expensive, so I don't know. I'm kind of more disappointed in it because of that. So we'll see. I don't know. I was not in love with that. Okay, let's jump into lips. My Vive lipstick in 90s. Wore this several times. I'm wearing it today. Love it. Very, very comfortable matte formula. It's almost like a cool toned nude, which I appreciate. I used all 3 of my Fenty cream glosses. These are just beautiful. I mean, they're like a lip gloss. Well, they're like a lipstick in a lip gloss form. They're lip gloss, but they have a super full opacity and they're so shiny. They're just lovely. I wore them on their own. I wore them over lip liners. I'm wearing Fenty Glow today over the Vive lipstick. I think they're beautiful. I really, really have enjoyed them. Highlighter. The only highlighter I put in here this time was my Jaclyn Hill. This is in Iced. I wore this a couple times. I really liked this. I mean, it's an intense highlighter, but if you go in with a light hand, it looks gorgeous. I really enjoyed this. I can certainly see what all the hype is about these Jaclyn highlighters. They're really, really pretty. Now palettes. I don't feel like I was very good at taking pictures of my eye makeup this round either, so I'll put in pictures that I do have, but I don't think I have a lot. The Nabla Dreamy 2. This is what it looks like. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette here. I think I only used this once. I did use all the mattes, so I used this lighter shade, the mid-tone, and this one. They all worked wonderfully, and then I used this and this all over my lid, and then this on the inner corner. It was beautiful. You know, I mean, what I like about Nabla palette, I appreciate about this palette, is there are so many different like textures of shadows in here. The mattes are creamy. There's like this shimmer here is very textured, but you also have like just super smooth, like this is almost a duochrome. They really do put a lot of different textures of shimmers in their palette, and I really, really like that. I like that, having that variety. My Juvia's The Warrior, I used this a couple times. It's stunning. I mean, all the shimmers are absolutely beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, all of my looks with this palette are probably going to look pretty similar, but I think they all came out really pretty. I wore that, I had that palette on in a video, or either 1 or 2 videos that I filmed with. And I filmed with this guy as well, my BHBFF palette. This is the one I used the most. I used this 3 times, I think. I used a lot. I used like these corally shades. I used this pink shimmer. I used the browns, these blues. Today I'm wearing this messy shade, this orange shade, more browns. I mean, I used a lot of these tones. I didn't use these 2 blues yet. But yeah, I like this palette. Everything, I was hoping that it was going to be the, you know, that great BH formula that we all love, and it certainly is. It was worth the money. I'm glad I have it. I think that's everything that's that has been in my stash. So let me get this stuff put back. We'll go over to my collection. Okay, welcome to my stash. As usual, let's dive in to the first drawer here. Now look, I am so overwhelmed when I get in this drawer. I think that this is next in line to be decluttered. I have got to declutter some foundations. Ooh, yeah, it's overwhelming to me. And I just realized I lied to you guys. See, I buy so much stuff, I just forget about it. I have 2 other setting sprays. I do have the Max Fix Plus, MAC Fix Plus. This was on sale at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so I just bought that. It was like 12 or 14 bucks or something. Oh God. Okay. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Oh, I have a new matchstick that I got. This is the shade, what shade is this? Bamboo? See if that'll focus. There we go. Okay, do I want to try that? You know what? I have honestly never tried a matchstick like foundation before, so I'm kind of intrigued by that. Let's do that. I have my Eavesdrop in there as well. But you know what? I want to, I thought I knew what I wanted. I guess I don't. Let me move some stuff out of the way here. I don't want to do my It Cosmetics. That's like way more coverage than I'm looking for. I am going to use this powder, so let's pull that in. I kind of want to use my, ooh, do I want to use the Age Perfect? I really like this stuff. I was either going to do this. Yeah, let's do this. We'll pull both of these in. I was either going to do this or that Candid Glow, but I think I used the Candid Glow a few rounds ago, a few months ago. It's been longer since I've used this. So let's pull both of these in here. We'll use those. Oh, this is just a mess for me. Okay, primers. What do I want to use? Moving on to primers, sorry. 2 things I'm gonna pull in. I want to get some more use out of these. My Aveeno Positively Radiant Max Glow Serum and Primer. I really like this stuff. It kind of reminds me of the Neutrogena drops that I used last time. It just does a really good job of like making my skin plump and radiant and just ready for whatever I put on it. So I'm gonna try that. Plus I love the way it smells. It just smells like so fresh and clean. And I want to try this too. I know this is not necessarily a primer per se. It is a hydrating skin tint, but I do feel like I could get away with wearing this on its own, or also wearing just a tiny bit of it under some foundation. And I just, like, this is fairly new and I really haven't gotten a lot of use out of it. So let's put that in there. I have a feeling that this Fenty matchstick is going to be very, very matte and dry. So I want to try to combat that if I can. Moving on to bronzer. I think I'm going to keep my Too Faced in there because I'm really, really enjoying that. And then I think I wanted to pull this in on my last rotation, my matchstick in Amber, and I got a new matchstick in Mocha. So I'm going to pull both of those in for bronzers. For blush, what the heck am I going to use? Definitely, Definitely want something cream. I did put a piece of gum in, you guys. I'm sorry. It's probably annoying, but well, blush. Okay, let's pull in one of my, I want to use some of my Flower Beauty. Let's use cinnamon and pinched. Do I want to do those? I feel like those would mix quite well too. Let's do those, and then I might pull in a face palette too. But I want something a little bit brighter. I want something like springy too. So let's do this. Let's do the Fenty. Okay, I feel like I need to do a lot better with my highlights here. You know what I did say? I needed to pull this Coty Airspun loose highlighter in here. I've got to get some I've got to get some use out of that and figure out if it's even something I want to keep, because first of all, it takes up a lot of space. So if it's something that I don't love, that I'm not going to use, like, why am I keeping it around? So let's do this. This is the loose face highlighter in Glow for Gold. So we'll do that, and then should I grab another one? What do I want? I'm thinking kind of being pulled towards this, but this is like another goldish one. I don't know if I want that. Should I do one of my skin lights? Should I do something, another drugstore option? I have no idea. I'm kind of impartial. Like, I don't really care all that much. Let's try this. Let's try the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner Hyper Glow in Pearl Crush. Let's do that. So that's those. I have mascaras. Eyeshadows. What do I want to do? Man, this is always a little overwhelming too. I want to pick like some fun spring things to use. And actually, this is one of those empty Z palettes that I got off Amazon that I was telling you about. I depotted a lot of my ColourPop shadows in here, just ones that I really enjoy. These three here at the bottom right, are singles that I got from DJ's Unique Boutique. Peachy D, she has a channel here on YouTube. I'll link her. She has her own boutique. Those are gorgeous shadows. I kind of want to use some of those. I don't know if I feel like pulling this whole palette in, but there are some nice like springy colors in here. Some purples, some corals, some greens. Maybe I'll get some use out of that. And you know what? I've been thinking a lot lately about my Sigma Core de Rosa palette and just how beautiful it is for the springtime. So I think I'm gonna pull that in too. That's one of my absolute favorite palettes. And gosh, you know what else I want to do? Hang on. I had to dig out my Morphe Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. I need and I really want to get some use out of this. I do think this is a really, really beautiful palette. This is I just haven't been able to stop thinking about this palette. It has beautiful tones for spring. I can go super neutral if I want to. So let's get use out of that too. That is 3 palettes. I think for me, for right now, that's good. That's plenty. So let's figure out what I want to do for lips. Right off the bat, I know that I want to use these. I got 4 new Fenty Mademoiselle lipsticks. I have, whoops, one on the floor. Oh my gosh, I seriously need like glasses to read these, you guys. It's ridiculous. I have to bring this closer to my face. I have Ballerina Blackout, which is that pink shade. The next one here is Tiger Teeny. That's the one. I did wear that in a video when I filmed. So that's Tiger Teeny. I have, the last one I have here is Candy Venom. So those are all like super fun spring colors that I want to use. Oh, and then I don't know, should I pull in something a little bit more subdued? You know what? Why don't I'm gonna pick one of these Juvia's Place lipsticks. Let's just go with 2020. Is that the one I picked? Yeah, 2020. Let's go with that. It's a pretty nude color. Let's get these things put away.